Ladies and gentlemen, this is your Hardcore Promotions semi-main event of the evening, and it's brought to you by John and Claudine at JPS Coatings. Fighting out of the blue corner, Andy Juniku. Ladies and gentlemen, his opponent fighting out of the red corner, Alexi the Great Petroulias.
This is for Palestine, Memorial, West Bank, Gaza. This is for the child that is searching for an answer. Wish I could take your tears and replace them with laughter. No, we live Palestine, no, we live Gaza. Palestine, Memorial, West Bank, Gaza. This is for the child that is searching for an answer. Wish I could take your tears and replace them with laughter. No, we live Palestine, man. While we listen to tunes made by ignorant fools, Israel blocked the UN from delivering food. They bring in the troops and you won't even glimpse of the news. They make money off the products that we're quick to consume. And it's not simply a question of differing views. You get emotions, this is facts, what I spit is the truth. Makes no difference if you're a Christian or if you're a Jew. They're just people living in different conditions to you. They still die when you bomb their schools, mosques and hospitals. It's not because of rockets, please God, can you stop this all? I'm not related to the strangers on the TV, but I relate because those strangers could have been me. Words can never ever explain the raw tragedy. It's not a war, they're just murdering more rapidly, and we are automatically supporting pure savagery. Imagine how you feel if this was your family.
Ladies and gentlemen, our following contest is the Hardcore Promotions semi-main event of the evening. This fight brought to you by JPS Coatings. 3 by 3 minute rounds in the welterweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, trained by Scott Moss, with the Juniku sisters in his corner, out of Modern Warriors in Queensland.
Just yell it out. Yell it out. It says just yell it.
Fighting out of the blue corner, trained by Scott Moss, out of Modern Warriors, with an official weight of 64.65 kilograms, 31 fights, 22 wins. Fighting out of Logan Lee in Queensland, he is the current WMO Australian champion. He is Andy Juniku. And across the ring is this man's opponent, fighting out of the red corner, trained by Dom and Superboy, out of 8 Blade Warriors, with an official weight of 65 kilograms even. 57 fights, 36 wins, 2 draws, and fighting out of Altona North, ladies and gentlemen, Alexi the Great Petroulias. When next begins, your man in charge is the golden boy, Abbas Amadi. Both fighters can seal the ring.
Stand by, tell them that's right.
Having a look at how our two combatants in our semi-main event, indeed our co-main event of the evening, stack up. Andy Juniku, the stats are there, 26 years of age with 31 fights. He's a current WMO champion, Australian champion in that organisation. Alexi Petroulias, he's had a load of titles, a load of fights. The most favoured veteran in Australian fight sports going around at the moment, 38 years of age. and his last win against Muay Darlin right here up in the hardcore arena. Two fighters ready to go at their prime.
Boys, red, blue. All right, guys, 2 round punch high. Rules gonna start your hand, your head gonna start in the groin. Once the pattern's in the ground, don't make any contact. Catch your hand and the ball.
This one's scheduled 3 rounds. Andy Juniku, Alexi Petroulias. Your semi-main event still to come. The $20,000 Eliminator Final. Katie Mitchell, Naira Boyle. It all comes down to this. This is Hardcore Promotions. And we are live out of the Melbourne Pavillion.
I couldn't be happier than right now. See if you know it. You should be with me until the end of time. I'm feeling
Round 1.
Welcome back to the action. This is the co-main event of the evening. We have in the blue corner, Andy Juniku. In the red corner, Alexi the Great Petroulias. A highly sought event this evening. Hammer, what can we expect?
Of course, Juniku has been around for a long time, had a break, and he's come back. This is like his reboot, and since returning, you know, from the fighting Juniku's, both his sisters fight, and of course, they all work in together, help each other then at Modern Warrior, and I love it. I love their work ethic and you know, their family commitment and support of each other. He's a good young man, and he fights, you know, as I said, above the level of experience that he's had. And tonight you got Alexi Petroulias. He sort of is like wine, isn't it? He gets better with age.
Yep.
And you know, Muay Darlin, that fight that he had, and coming off the win over Muay's an explosive fighter, you know, fast moving, good reaction time. But Alexi coped with it, and his experience got him through. And it's moves like that Alexi now does instinctually. You know, instinctively he moves, he reads the play, and you know, even though he's obviously in his late 30s, family man, you know, kids, all the rest of it, commitments, but still fighting at a competitive level at this caliber against Juniku. It's to be admired.
And I mean, Alexi has fought so many different people over the years, and he's taken fights, you know, sometimes, and I think he would say this himself, he's sometimes taken fights that may have been...
No one else would take him, Nicholas.
At that moment.
No one else would take him. Alexi always stepped up and said, I'll do it. You know, I would have liked to have seen Alexi get more opportunities overseas. He certainly deserves them. I remember calling his fights back at, you know, Coburg Town Hall on the Brute Force days when he was a young man. And he's been around a long time and he's done a lot for the sport. So showing my age now, I suppose, saying that, but nevertheless.
Experience.
Absolutely. Juniku gone to Southpaw to try and confound Alexi. He'll switch back to orthodox now. And a big shout out to everyone from Queensland that's tuned in support of Juniku. I think he's just got to back himself a bit against Alexi. He's got to pull the trigger quick. He's got to move fast, because if he goes into that Thai style, you know, tempo, Alexi's going to read it. That's his playground, you know. So Juniku needs to change the game, change the tempo, move on angles, and try and just, I suppose, get in Alexi's head by being elusive rather than being in front of him and standing at that same tempo, because Alexi's going to read it all day.
That's end of round at number 1. Andy Juniku, Alexi Petroulias. It's your last chance to get your tattoo at Bishop's Domain Tattooist. Only $150 for one tattoo, $250 for 2 or $350 for 3.
Whilst we head back to the action, we can see that in that first round, Alexi had his timing down pat. He really was initiating what would happen and when it would happen. And Andy was just a little bit uncertain. I think whilst Alexi wasn't landing really, really big shots, he was landing accurate shots. And I think that made Andy just a little bit, maybe a little bit timid in that first round. As you mentioned, Hammer, you know, maybe Andy was playing that Thai style.
3-round fights. There's no time to start slow and try and work it out. You've got to do it on the fly. And he's got youth on his side, Juniku, and he really needs to do that. As now he's starting to break the tempo, and it's exactly, as I said, you know, getting to the corner and resetting has got to be what Juniku does. Alexi's cut. Juniku needs to just step a little to the right and hit from that angle. He's gone southpaw now. Now he's going to step out that lead leg. He's feinting and he's breaking that. See the difference in the first round to the second round?
Yep.
Exactly what I would have said. Change your tempo, because if you're going to go at slow tempo, Alexi's going to read it all day. Catches and dumps down Juniku.
Yeah, beautiful timing there from Alexi. Alexi actually walked out from the first round. He walked out of the corner into the second round, bleeding, I think, from his nose already. So that came in the first round.
It's interesting because the ring seems to have gotten a bit slippery. It wasn't so slippery in the early fights, but now the fighters are slipping a bit. So
and I think we're noticing it in each side where
the water is,
where the branding is as well.
Alexi's nose for sure has been broken. You can see that'll take his oxygen, so he's not able to breathe through his nose. The mouth guard's in. You know, there'll be blood going down the back of his throat. This is all impeding the oxygen that'll be getting into his body. Alexi Juniku needs to keep the tempo up and drain that oxygen, keep the momentum up, move on angles. So,
and there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. It doesn't get any wiser than the words that come from the highly experienced colour commentator of Australia, Mr. Mark Hammer-Castellini. We're over halfway through this fight, so you know Alexi's got a lot in his tank, but as Hammer mentioned, he can't breathe through his nose if it's broken, and he's got that mouth guard in, so he's going to have to rely on that reserve to get through to the end of the fight.
Hacking down with elbow, Juniku. All bad intentions, gets caught with a hook, needs to keep the hands up, turn the gloves in a touch. The posturing of the hand positioning is generally palms forward to catch elbows. But when you're in boxing stance, I like the palms turned in to compact the elbows down. So if you're flaring your elbows all the time, it does open up your ribs. You can catch the kicks, but you also sustain damage. Superman punch, Juniku, starting to break the tempo. Nice push kick, range control from him. Catch and tried for spinning elbow, keeps working. It's not stopping until it's done. Andy Juniku
Great balance there from the great Alexi. 10 seconds left in this second round. Only one more round to go in this 3-round battle. It's been another barn burner here tonight. Mark Jelsey knows how to put together a fight show.
Absolutely worthy co-main event or semi-main, whatever way you cut it. High caliber Muay Thai. Had a touch of brutality, high skill, high tempo. 3-rounders always deliver for mine. Hacking low kick, Alexi, Juniku answers. Alexi catches, dumps down to Juniku, takes him down.
That first round, there was lots of feinting coming from Alexi, and Andy was a little bit timid, but in that second round, all gone.
Second round, up on the balls of his feet, Juniku, and trying to make that tempo and movement up to the next level, which he's got to do. This is man punch. Excellence in execution
by
from Juniku.
JPS Coatings.
Well, potentially around the piece going into the third. First round, Petroulias.
This is the third.
Maybe the second round, Juniku.
Final round.
They'll leave it up to the judges and their expertise, but the cards have been spread tonight on the scoring, so it's going to be where they're sitting and what they're seeing.
Oh!
There's no denying that, though, from Juniku.
What timing from Juniku. Absolute Swiss watch precision.
So he's got his eye in now. Took the first round at a reasonable pace. Second round opened up. Alexi, sidekick, stepping sidekick. Juniku into the clinch. He's going to try and work the cut. He's going to try and elbow, given the opportunity. But Alexi's hard work in the clinch, let me tell you.
They don't call them 8 Blades Warriors for nothing. Nice low kick there from Alexi.
Downward elbow attempt. It still gets airborne, the veteran. Step through with the knee. Petroulias, the great.
Catching the kick, nice overhand from Petroulias.
Been an icon of Melbourne Muay Thai for many years.
Petroulias managing to get away. Inadvertent low kick. Petroulias shakes his head off, says it's okay, mate. Let's get on with it.
No nonsense fighter. And he's fought many that others wouldn't, Alexi, the great Petroulias. Now he's making memories. His kids are going to be able to watch Dad do this type of thing in the ring as they get a little bit older, and I'm sure they appreciate his toughness and tenacity.
What a magnificent legacy this man's built in this great sport of ours.
Absolutely, hands up high as he knows he'll come under fire from Juniku. Oh, nice slip and counter spin elbow, Juniku. He got under the elbow and threw one of his own. The fighting IQ of these two is right up there. So, Alexi.
Less than a minute to go, Hammer.
Catches.
Look at that.
Look at that.
Catch and release.
Beautiful, beautiful vertical base.
Alexi struggling with that nose, struggling with his breathing. He's got a cut under his left eye as well now.
Juniku needs to let the hands fly, potentially a little bit more. Kicking at range with Alexi.
30 seconds.
There's always going to be an arm wrestle backwards and forwards.
Into the clinch they go, only 30 seconds left. Don't want to leave it in the judges' scorecards. It's been too close for too many fights this evening.
This is a business end of this round, and let me tell you, the judges will be thinking in their heads, how are they going to score this one? If it's close, Petroulias may get it. Juniku needs to do something special. He's getting backed up in the final moments of the third round. He needs to do more.
Alexi closing hard,
nice for the spin.
chasing him down.
Going forward. And what a way to finish
What a great
for
fight,
Alexi
centering
Petroulias,
Andy
the great.
Alexi
The great one.
Petroulias.
And Andy
Brought to you by
Juniku
JPS Coatings.
has certainly come to Melbourne and entertained. And no doubt everyone on the live stream would have enjoyed that.
What an epic battle of wills from both of these fighters.
So it's close. And you know, I think I'm not going to preempt anything. I'm not going to preempt anything. Because it's,
Go on.
Alexi.
Go on, be brave.
Alexi finished strong, and it was small moments that make the decision here. And local boy, local card, has looked good for mine. But Andy Juniku has certainly come and entertained, and it's good to see him back in. It's good to see him back in Melbourne doing what he does.
We have the judges' tally. We will head to Mr. John DeMcCauley.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of action, we head to the judges' scorecards for our decision. Your winner via unanimous points decision. Red corner, Alexi the Great Petroulias!
And he just gets better with age. The great one, Alexi Petroulias, has certainly defied his age. Experience comes to the fore, but I've thoroughly enjoyed seeing Andy Juniku back. Great young man, and I want to see a lot more of him. Good to see him back. Hope he stays busy. He's taken no shortcuts and taken no easy fights, Juniku. But tonight, up against Alexi, he certainly had to bring his A game, but Alexi getting the nod. Maybe Juniku and Muay somewhere, probably Queensland. It'll be a good fight.
Over now to quick word with Alexi Petroulias. Alexi, great to have you back in centering. You came in tonight against a young buck, put on a great fight. You got the win tonight. Congratulations. It must feel great to be back in centering.
Yeah, look, it was. I was actually look. I love fighting. It's good to know that I can keep up with the young ones and take the win, which is good. You know, Andy's a tough cookie. I've watched him slowly grow through the ranks, and you know what? He brought it to me. So congratulations, Andy. Well done, man. Thank you for the fight. Appreciate it.
Mate, you're a busy man these days. You've got your own gym. You're training back at 8 Blades. You must be you got a young family, but it's great to still see you fight here at centering, mate. You keep getting better with age.
Like a fine wine. Yeah, look, man, my life's really busy. You know, trying to raise 3 kids, struggling with a hectic wife, a damn demanding wife, and you know, trying to work, and I just got to hustle, man. You know, I can't give up my dreams. You know, I love fighting. This is my life. So, yeah, it's challenging, but yeah, it's tough.
Well, we love.
I just want to say thank you to my sponsors. The Protein Factory has really looked after me this fight for the last couple of fight camps. So a big thank you to Brad and the team from the Protein Factory. SDC Keys, thanks for the support. Barista Supplies and IA Property Services and 8 Blade Warriors. And thank you all to the team from Complete MMA. Thank you for support. Love you guys. Thank you to my lovely wife and family. Thank you for coming, guys.
Alexi the Great Petroulias, ladies and gentlemen. Great to have him back in centering. Up against a very formidable opponent in Andy Juniku. It's great having him in Melbourne with the fighting Juniku family.